stuff that I've got from the airboat performance is a little tattered book like that. But it gives why it works so well in some racing boats, it's on racing airplanes, aerobatic airplanes. I've got some drawings of how it goes on. I think back in 1991 or 2 when I got my first set of injection system and going through with the company to spec out how it's got a rotating barrel in there that's got a number of grooves sawed in it of different depths and different widths. And my assignment was to take it, if the airplane gets you off the ground, what they wanted to know is what it sounded like, did it smoke, what RPM it smoked, or whatever, what RPM it didn't run right. And I kept getting all that data, and we finally got an engine that runs pretty good, as some of you have seen it fly. I got it set a little bit on the rich side on takeoff to help cool the valves and so forth, which is another little thing I'll talk about in a second. But that will idle. I can actually idle that engine with that injection system down to say 400 RPM. And then I'll generally run it at 2300 at full throttle. Let's see. Got kind of a lot of neat stuff going with the engine. But anyway, if you got any questions about airfoils, even that 613.5, which is the one that Harry Riblett recommended us heavy guys, us, I'm only over 200 pounds, there's a lot of guys heavier or taller that actually could handle a lot more lift. And he recommended that 613.5. Now when you do that, you also get a lot more fuel in your center section. I now get like 13 gallons up there in the center section with the 612. I'm not the craftsman of some of these guys there, but I want to get it together to see if it works. So that's generally my philosophy. But anyway, let's see. If anybody's got any questions on any of the foils or any of the injection systems, or yeah.
I may have missed it, but you start out with the standard Pietenpol wing. Make it flat by adding about a 3/4 inch strip from the front to the back between the spars to make a flat bottom. What would that do to it?
I would say that Mr. Riblett would have to run it through his computer, but let me tell you about what he says about the Pietenpol wing. Why, I don't know. He gives me the curves. The Pietenpol wing, when it gets around 87 miles an hour, it's amazing what happens to the air in the last 20% underneath. It totally comes off the wing and causes like a set of flaps. And it puts a big air brake on that wing. And I can show you on some of the curves, and you guys want to look, where actually he mentions on his notes, and all this stuff he sent me, there's all his pencil notes of what he thinks on lift or drag, and he's got the parallels, the Pietenpol curve, to the 4412 curve, to the 612 curve. He runs them all together. One lifts more, one drags more, and where one should cruise at. It's got everything. So I know most of you will not understand. I don't even understand. He sends thousands of data, points of data, that actually tells where the air is, what is going on with the wing, what it's doing, what the pressures are, and so forth, which I was not made me concerned about. All I wanted was a wing that flew better. And now, I think there's a bit of friend that I put on the list that has actually added a new nose piece on his Pietenpol. It's going to be interesting to see how that flies. He didn't want to build a new wing, but he added a bunch of little noselets that change the nose on. That's going to be interesting. Are there any people here that are building the 612? How far are you along?
I got all the roof built, the center section of my thing.
And it's no different than you built a Pietenpol wing?
It was originally had a Pietenpol design, so I built up to the top end of the stars, like you said.
Where did you learn about the 6,000 that it was available?
Not any different. I've built rigs for people before, but it's a little bit different as far as the work.
I'm kind of curious. How many here are on the list? People list. I mean, those that don't know what I'm talking about, this is a bunch of nuts. They are got the best questions in the world, the worst answers, and the best answers. Am I not correct? Most of you know Dow Lumber from, I say that because he asks some of the neatest questions, and yet it takes a guy like that, that's building a Pietenpol, that's starting from scratch, and doesn't know nothing about engines, nothing about this. But you know what? He's going to have one of the best Pietenpols that I think anybody's ever built. He wants me to come down and do the main voyage on it, which I feel honored. And I think I'm going to do that. I'm very careful when I do that because I've got in big trouble jumping in an airplane that I know nothing about and nothing about the building. The one experience was a Corvair-powered Pietenpol with the pilot or the builder wanted to move the rear cockpit forward 6 inches. Wow. Ground effects was perfect. But as soon as I got out of ground effects, that stick kept going over and over until I'm up against the wall. I'm still flying straight. The flying you don't exactly fly an airplane like that. So I finally got around landing and I told him never ever fly the plane until you find out what's wrong. They put the wrong cabines in the wrong front, plus you had washout and washer in the wrong spot. Me like a dummy, I didn't look at it close enough to find out exactly what his problem was. And it's just amazing what trouble you can get in if you don't have someone who knows something about Pietenpol before you fly. And generally you want to get someone who has got experience from before, you know, when flying Pietenpol. Let's see, what other subjects would you guys like to hear about? You want to hear about my going out, the youngsters? Yes, sir.
Yeah, what kind of fuel pump do you use with that, with your current setup?
A fuel pump?
Yeah.
It comes with the kit. I think I sent it in to get rebuilt because I gave $100 to rebuild it. So it's an aircraft fuel pump that is pressure adjustable in either direction. And I mounted it, what I did, I took a Craftsman 3/8 socket, square socket, I welded it on the back end of the crankcase here. My magneto drives off the big cam gear up on the side, and I mounted the fuel pump right there. Then I adjusted it to 3 pounds, which is just a hair, probably more than what the pounds you're going to get from a full tank from the wing. It'll give you roughly 2 3/4 pounds of pressure. And I've got people and friends that actually will try to operate, say for example, a rubber carburetor. That will give you over 70 horsepower.